Welcome to this new module in our series on marriage and family in ministry leadership. In this module, I want to be as practical as possible and provide 10 tips on a number of key topics. In this first session, we'll look at 10 tips to foster and maintain a happy and healthy marriage in leadership. One of the qualities Paul singles out for those in Christian leadership is to have their marriage and family in appropriate order. An elder, according to 1 Timothy 3 verse 2, must be the husband of one wife. Being the husband of one wife has been interpreted in many ways, but generally speaks of being committed and faithful to one's spouse in a loving, monogamous and lifelong marriage. A healthy, happy marriage generally means a healthy, happy ministry. And marriage and family are our primary ministry. We lead ourselves, then our families, then the church. Ministry should never come first. Marriage and family must be first. So how then, in practical terms, can we develop healthy, growing marriages? Number one, put God at the center of your marriage. For a marriage to be lifelong, loving and healthy, there must be three people in the marriage. And the third person I'm referring to is a divine person, God Himself. He created marriage, so He has the best idea of how to give and get the most out of it. So invite the Lord to be the center of your marriage. A great picture of this is a triangle. The closer you get to God as apex, the closer you become to each other. One of the practical ways to make Him the center of your marriage is to build spiritual practices into your daily and weekly rhythms, such as pray together, worship God together, go to church together, read the Bible together. The Bible is full of practical wisdom for how to foster your marriage. Number two, give your best to your marriage. Make a decision to be totally in love with your spouse. Be unshakably committed to each other. Make sacrifices for each other. Charles Shedd once wrote, "Marriage is not finding the right person, it is being the right person." Eradicate the notion of divorce from your vocabulary. Don't even consider it as an option. Make the choice to work at your marriage all the days of your lives together, remembering your vow, till death do us part. Aim for the best possible marriage and endeavor to keep your marriage fresh. Number three, be affectionate toward each other. Hold hands, hug, kiss, and be spontaneous and natural. Enjoy each other's company and say so. Buy unexpected gifts or cards. My wife's love language is words of affirmation, so thoughtful words and a nice card are like gold. Maintain your joint sense of humor. Laugh at each other's idiosyncrasies. Fiona and I regularly dissolve into laughter, sometimes uncontrollably about little things. Fun and laughter are like oil which lubricate the marriage. One note of caution, please don't embarrass your spouse publicly, but only say kind, affirming and loving words. Number four, prioritize time to connect on a meaningful level. Coordinate your diaries to schedule date nights, day trips, romantic weekends and chats over coffees. The purpose of planning time like this is to connect on a deeper level than just the routine of daily living. It's investing time to listen to each other's thoughts, ideas and feelings, and to discuss some of the more important areas of your life together. Number five, communicate openly and honestly. Make time every day to communicate. And part of communication is active listening. And listen until you have heard and understood what your spouse is saying. Don't shut each other out or shut each other down because it gets difficult, but talk things through. 19th century fiction author Charles Dickens is reported to have said, "Never close your lips to those for whom you've opened your heart." If you drift apart verbally, you'll drift apart emotionally, and then inevitably you'll drift apart physically. Number six, resolve arguments quickly. Accept the fact that growing relationships will have conflict. Try and understand each other's points and feelings. Be willing to forgive quickly. Don't go to bed with unresolved anger. Avoid allowing things to ferment or simmer. Rather than be proud or stubborn, be willing to say, I am sorry. Take 100% responsibility for your share of the problem. Famous Hollywood actor of the 1950s and 60s, Charlton Heston, famous for his roles in The Ten Commandments and Ben-Hur, was once asked how he maintained such a long and successful marriage. And his answer was that he often used 3 little words, not the ones you're probably thinking of, but I was wrong. Talk things through instead of withdrawing or sulking. Learn from past mistakes and conflicts. Approach confrontation with an attitude of reconciliation. Let's sort this out. Have a lot of fun making up. And if your problems seem irreconcilable, then please seek help quickly from an experienced counselor. Number 7, say thank you. Express gratitude and be appreciative for the little things and big things your spouse does. Fiona constantly says, thank you for all the things I do, even the mundane little things like changing a light bulb. Saying a sincere thank you to your spouse on a regular basis is a way by which you acknowledge all that they do and all that they are. Otherwise, they may feel that they are taken for granted or undervalued. Number 8, don't allow the pressures of leadership to encroach on your marriage and family. Your home needs to be a place of safety and refuge from the rigors and weight of leadership. In times of pressure, don't take leadership problems into your bedroom. Keep pillow talk free of any negative church talk. Steer the discussion around the meal table clear of anything remotely to do with tension or contention in your leadership. Number 9, celebrate the milestones. Make any special occasion like anniversaries or big birthdays or achievements as memorable as possible. Seek to cultivate and capture a sense of occasion. Take photos. Share the moment with those who are close to you. Create a memory. By way of example, on our 20th wedding anniversary, we flew to Hawaii and as part of our time there, had dinner at a restaurant at the famous Waikiki beach at sunset. It was very romantic. Often on our regular anniversaries, we'll each write 5 personal highlights of the past year and share them through our dinner together. These special events have become milestones for us that we remember fondly and regularly. Number 10, keep romance blossoming. Now, romance is not something that comes naturally to me, probably like most men, so I really have to work at it. But here are some ideas for how to stoke the fire of romance. Write thoughtful words on a card or a note. Buy an unexpected gift at an unexpected time. Spontaneously text with a short, loving message. Say, I love you, or you're handsome, or you're beautiful, often. And men, buy flowers for your wife. Hold hands when you're walking together or walk arm in arm. Hug a lot. Enjoy a meal out together in an environment that is conducive for conversation and perhaps has a great view. Look into each other's eyes and compliment your spouse on how fabulous they look with their new hairstyle or clothes. Consciously think of proactive ways to foster romance. So those are my top 10 tips for how to foster and maintain a healthy and happy marriage in ministry leadership. In the next session, we'll begin to explore the area of raising kids. See you then. God bless.